come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Come back. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Now it's Watson. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down carry for Henry. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Watson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Snyder. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Watson on first down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, he's going to loft it deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down at the 28. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Fielded about a yard deep. A beautiful fake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spinning past him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And his throw here's incomplete. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And now running right through it. A big-time play there for the Texans. 42 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Henry. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal,
oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Black dirt in our Philly. 2 jet.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Flex round. Ohio.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Flex round.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's
going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Black 22! Black 22!
They begin with Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw on second is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And his kick is good. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and He gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And this is complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air to Barkley on the check down. Still going. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And give him a gain of 37.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Rosas puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a handoff to Henry. trucks over him.
Missed.
He will not go down. Derrick Henry all alone. 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right?
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Target. 58, boys, 58, fight. Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Watson now going to run the option right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a give to Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The pitch goes to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. He's to the 10, and he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They get it to him running left. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
The credit to and that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And they will finally get him down. How about that return? They'll be set up well as time has run out in this 3rd quarter. They'll toss it to Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Henry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw that happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And his pass incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. Third down here. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This is brought in at the 21. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. And the busy night for Henry continues. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Richmond. Do jet.
Here's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Ross on the return. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Giants on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them.